shiver, but not cold
Hi
enough to
guys,
snow.
welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today we are going to be doing one of many videos calling myself out for the various things I have purchased. And not only, I haven't even started these. These are series, duologies, that I haven't even picked up the first book of yet. There's a couple of these that I own the full series for, and we're just gonna call myself out. It is the season and all. I'm not gonna put these on in any official TBR, but I'm gonna be more mindful this year, she says, of books that I've not started yet, of series that I want to get to. I am going to compile a spreadsheet of series that I own, or duologies that I own, just so I can keep a better track of what I've got, because it's very easy, because I'm now starting to get to a stage where I double stack things, and I forget that books are there, so that's fun. Anyway, this also gives me an opportunity to go through books and really look at whether or not I will be keeping them and I'm still interested in them, because I've done that with a couple of books recently where I've picked the books off my shelf and just thought, I'm genuinely not interested in this book anymore. Do you know what I mean? So we move. The first one I have had for a long time now. This is a full series. I was gifted the third book in this series by Tor/Blackcrow PR a while ago. I think it was last year. And then I went out and bought the first two books because I loved the sound of the series, and I've still never picked it up. So this is Brian Naslund. I don't know what the series is called. Dragons of Terror is what the series is called. And this is Blood of an Exile. And I've got all three books in this series, and I've not picked it up yet. I'm okay. I promise I'm okay. These two lovely books were gifted to me. Aren't they pretty? Aren't they just pretty? These were gifted to me by Chloe. She was on Hauling Books, and these are both signed as well. Yay. I was interested in them when she sent them to me. I'm still interested in getting to them, but they've just gone on the shelf, and they're pretty on my shelf. I haven't done anything with them. So this is Everless and Evermore. I don't know which way this goes around. By Sarah Holland, whatever her name is. Yeah. Let's move swiftly on. These Hollow Vows. I got the beautiful Fairy Loot edition. I did. I was so excited to get into this. And then I think part of the reason I haven't got to this is so many people have compared this, or said this was trying to be, I think it was ACOTAR, of the similarities between this and ACOTAR. I think the characters, those are the characters. And people were saying that it's very much sort of like a YA version of ACOTAR, and obviously loads of people love, or some people also hate, ACOTAR, so it's got very mixed reviews, but I'm still very interested in reading these full of Hollow Vows. I've got these Twisted Bonds that was kindly gifted to me by Rebecca. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Again, this is where I need to have somewhere central so I can write things down about exactly what series I've got. Next up we have Eva Man and Eve Illusion. I think this is a duology. These were gifted to me by Liv. She was unhauling them. They are dedicated to Olivia, so when I'm reading these, I'm Olivia. This gives me very much Legend vibes, not gonna lie, by Maria Lou. When I saw this, I was like, ooh, that looks like the symbol in Legends. But anyway, I'm very interested in reading this still, but I'm just unsure as to when I'm going to get to it. But this is Giovanna and Tom Fletcher. I don't have any Giovanna Fletcher books, but I do have. I've just realised I'm also doing a video about a series I've started and not yet finished. Christmas Horus has just come to my head, because yeah, I've read 1 and 2 but not 3. So there we go. Next we have Starfell. I have books 1 and 4 in this series. Book 1 was beautiful, and this was kindly gifted to me for my birthday, but no note came with it. I got this, The Haunted of Evelyn Jones, and the Taken of Jake Livingston, and still, no one to this day has owned up and said that it was them. This is such a pretty edition. I'm really tempted to sell my hardback version of book 4 and get all of them in paperback because this is beautiful. But I need to start this series, and I need to get books 2 and 3 because I can't finish the series if I start it. Do you know what I mean? This is going to end up being on my next year's one that says I started this series and not finished it. Anyway, there's this. I have 2 books out of the series, but I do want to pick them up. Next up we have Brightstorm. This was purchased because it was supposed to be the book for Middle Grade Monthly, I think. When Gavin and Jade did Middle Grade Monthly, and then because that, I think it was at the point where I think this was the last time they did a round of Middle Grade Monthly, and then they decided to stop. I think there's a reason why I didn't read this. Maybe because I'm an idiot. But I have all 3 of them. I think there's only 3, but I have 3 out of the series. I think there's just 3. I haven't even started them yet. But again, something I'm very interested in. I'm very interested. I'm not going to keep myself too much about this one because I do want to read it at some point next year, and hopefully it will come up for the book club that I run with Chelsea from Not So Secret Bookaholic and Kate from Pinch of Happy. But the Inheritance Cycle, I now have all 4 books again. Thank you to Rebecca, who gifted me this for my birthday, the full series. This is by Christopher Paolina. I tried to read Sleepy to See the Stars earlier this year, and it's thickums, and it was intimidating. It was just a lot, so I put it down. This series I'm very interested in, and it lost out on the poll for the next lot of books, so we're going to read for the book club, but I'm hoping that it wins the next poll after that. Next we have Black Coast. This was purely purchased because I saw Cassie from Covers with Cassidy. I saw her review this, and if you watch Cassie, you'll know that she reviewed this a while ago. She read this a while ago, and I bought this way back then. And since then, I think it's brought the second book out. This is a thickums as well. It's war dragons, fearsome raiders, and a demonic warlord on the rise. If you know my type, my style, my vibe at the moment, this is very much a me book, and I don't know why I haven't picked it up. And I definitely want to pick the next one up after this. I don't know what I'm doing myself. Please, somebody send help. Another one is this whole series. I don't know which order these go, but I've got like 4 of the Christina Henry books in this, like, and I don't know if they're direct series or they're just companions, but there's like a set of like 4 books, or is it 5 now? I can't remember. But I have 4 of these, courtesy of Liv. Thanks again, Liv, who was unhauling these, and because she doesn't think they're going to be her kind of thing. Yeah, I've got them with the hopes of reading them. I might see if Jem wants to buddy read them, because I know that Becca has read most of Christina Henry's books, so for the ones that she's not, I might just ask if she wants to buddy read me and Jem. I might just have to use buddy reads as a reason to get me through these series, because it's gonna need to be something's gonna need to happen. Next up is the Lycanus trilogy. Starts with The Shadow of What Was Lost, and it's by James Islington. Again, another thickums. No wonder my shelves are bowing. There's just thickums everywhere. Again, a high fantasy, epic, adult series. I think it's adult. And I've had this on my shelf for ages. Like, way before the Broken Binding brought out their versions of them. It's been on my radar for a long time, and I've had this for a while. And again, I keep skimming. The thing is, the issue, and I've mentioned this, I get swept up in the hype of books. And when new books come out, I get swept up in the hype, and books that I'm still very interested in get thrown by the wayside, and it's really stupid because every single time I look at these books, I'm like, yes, they interest me, I'm gonna read them, and then I don't. Something else comes up, I need to stop. And I've now got a double stacked shelf and another shelf of indie books that I want to read, indie self-book books. And I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, to be fair, quite a few of them I have already read, so I'm okay with that. And I'm also being sent books in new series that are indie series, and it's just not good. It's not good. Next up is a not so great condition, Midnight Twins. I have all 3 books in this series, all signed and dedicated by Holly Race. I met her at Yalk. And I love the sound of these books. They are all on BookBeat as well, which I pay a monthly subscription for, and I get all these books, and I've got all 3 of these waiting and saved in my saved items in my my book section, ready to be read. And I'm just, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing in my life. Another one, I've got The Citrine Key, which is a prequel. I have that on Kindle, and I have this, The Iron Crown. I have heard nobody say a bad thing about this book. Not one. Not an utterance of a negative word said about this book. And another thickums. I really enjoyed Marauder by Ellen McRae, and I know that I'm going to love this. Becca loved it, and she was like, Lisa, this is a you book. And it's also indie. Self-pub, like, come on. Lisa, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with it? I have no idea. This one is more intimidating. This is a huge one. This is a weapon. It's Master of Sorrows by Justin T. Cole. I've got Master Artificer, or Artificer, however you want to say it. I have both, and I don't know what's wrong with me as to why I've not picked this up. I'm really interested. As I am with all of these, when I look at them again, I'm like, yes, that needs to go on TBR, but then it doesn't. Next up, we have this whole series that was gifted to me by Erin. Before she moved back to Australia. It sounds like something I would definitely enjoy reading. It's a bit more dark, and this is actually, I don't know, I've picked up book 3. I don't know where book 1 is, but yeah, there's this series, and it's indie, isn't it? Yeah, it's indie. I haven't told you what any of these books are about, but you get the gist. I'm just showing you books that I've purchased and not read. I've had this one on my shelf. I don't even want to know how long for. When was this released? 2020. I've had this on my shelf since it came out in 2020. This is one of the first books I bought. Yeah, I will have had it almost 2 years on my shelves, which I know to a lot of people isn't that long of a period. But for me, who only got back into reading in 2020, if you look at my videos in 2020, and I had a shelf like this behind me, I think I had this exact shelf behind me, to be fair, you can see how many gaps there were, and I'm sure that this was on there at that point. It was one of the first books I bought when I got back into reading, because I was so and every time I read the synopsis, this by Zoraida Cordova, and it's called Incendiary, and I think it's Georgia, and the second book is out, and I keep saying I'm going to get it, and I don't. Running theme, oh, just move those out of camera. Next up is Bone Cries Moon. I got the Fairyloot edition, was this? Yeah, exclusive Fairyloot edition, and then there's Bone Cries Moon that I want to read as well. I am very worried about this one, to be fair, because again, it sounds good, but then there's a couple of people that have said it gets a bit boring and non-eventful, and I know people's opinions differ, but we'll have to see. The good thing about this is that if I do put these on my TBR and I don't like them, I can get them on hold, but everything I seem to read lately I really love, or is at least a 4-star, and the ones that aren't, it's very few and far between, which in a way is good, but in a way is bad, because I'm hauling books and not unhauling the ones that I'm not having the chance to unhaul books, so we'll see. We've only got a few more. So Raybearer, you'll know that last year this was on my series I want to get to in 2022 as a priority, and blah blah blah. Didn't happen. Raybearer, Redemptor, I have the special edition just above where you can see the camera, and I haven't read them, and they are beautiful editions. Will I get to them in 2023? Place your bets, guys! The next 3 I know for a fact I'm going to get to reading because of things happening. So, this is the Aurora Cycle by J. Christopher and Amy Kaufman. I have books 1 and 3. Do not at me. I'm aware that this is stupid. There may be something possibly called the Christopher Long that might be starting in January, which means that all J. Christoph books will be getting read in the year of 2023. So I'm calling myself up now, so when I react to this next year and all these series have been read, then I can be like, go you, Lisa, go you. The next one that I know is definitely going to get read is this Savage Song, part of the Monsters of Veritas, Georgia. Schwabbalong is a thing that is happening. And the next series we're reading is A Dark Shade of Magic, but at some point we will get around to the Monsters of Veritas series, and this will be getting read. The same with this. These were kindly gifted to me by Jenny. Thank you so much, Jenny. You are an absolute legend. The Vicious and Vengeful books, The Vicious Georgia, which is no longer a Georgia. I think it is. Is this the one that's becoming a... I think this is the one where they are writing another book. Is it? I don't know. At the moment there's only 2 of these, and I don't know what to do. I'm definitely going to get around to reading this because this is on the list of things to read. So that is my list of physical, this is just physical books that I have at least the first book in the series of, and I have had a lot of these for a while and not got to. I will, like I said, I will be hoping to get to these at some point next year. I'm going to try and prioritise the books that I own more rather than getting swept up in the hype. I saw Ro comment on Twitter the other day, and we had like a bit of a conversation about like we both get swept up in the hype, and there's a couple of my friends that have mentioned that they do as well, and I just buy books because I'm like, oh, I might like that. Kindle Unlimited exists, and I could get the book on Kindle to see if I like it first, but I don't. I just run out and buy a book, a lot of the time special edition books, and then they just languish on my shelves, and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to get rid of it because it's pretty. I need to stop. My tastes are also changing, so I am considering cancelling Fairy Loot. So hopefully all these will then be further bumped up my my list. That is that on that for me. If you do like these videos, if you do like me, please like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. And until next time, please can you actually please can you, if you do a video like this, can you tag me so that I don't feel left out in my so I don't feel like I'm the only one that does this. I know I'm not, but just so I can watch your video and just feel okay in the fact that I'm not the only person that does this, and I can see video evidence to back that up. Can you all do that for me? Just tag me in those videos, or let me know, or link me to the videos that you found that also do this, because I need help. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you don't have anything to say but would like to let me know you're here, please leave a black heart in the comments. That'd be very much appreciated. There is a Google form down below for you to recommend books that I need to read that you think that I would love, preferably. And preferably from a collection that I own, maybe, possibly. But yeah, if you have any recommendations, there is a Google form down below. Feel free to complete that. I'll be doing individual reviews next year on any books that are recommended by you guys for me to read. Enjoy the rest of my Vlogmas videos and wish me luck. Godspeed!
Cold